The grandfather might pass away. Well, he was someone's spouse, so that's a different relationship. So the same person might have died, but everybody, again, has that unique relationship. I think the frequency of exposure is going to change how we respond. Is this the first death you've ever encountered in your life, for example? Or have you had multiple losses over time, and this is the 6th or 7th very difficult event that has occurred in your life? And then the amount of social support, the quality of that social support, is really going to impact how we respond to grief as well. So, myths and facts. The pain of the loss will go away faster if I ignore it. Anybody want to guess for a fact? Anybody brave enough to raise your hand if you think this is a fact? Anybody? No. It's a myth, yes. So ignoring the loss, ignoring the feelings, however uncomfortable they might be, does not make the pain go away faster. It makes it worse, it makes it go on longer, and it causes the complicating factors. What about it's important to be strong in the face of loss? Again, this is also a myth. It's important to be real about what you're feeling, because that's the only way you're going to work through what's going on and be able to find new life on the other side of it. If I don't cry, it means I'm not sorry about the loss. This is also a myth. A lot of folks feel a lot of relief after a loss has occurred, and there might not be any tears. Or maybe you're exhausted after the loss has occurred, and you're too tired to cry. So crying or not crying is not necessarily a sign of anything or any response to the relationship at all. Grief lasts about a year. This is my favorite myth. I think, and unfortunately I hate to say this, I think grief lasts always. It's always present. It never ends. It gets better. It changes, but it's going to come back again at key times in our lives and or key events in our lives, and we get reminded of it. And that's okay. That's normal, and it happens. And we can make plans for how to deal with it if we know certain events are coming up and those sorts of things. Just really quick about the grief lasts about a year myth. I think as it should be getting better over time. If a year has gone by and it feels like the event happened just yesterday, that's a sign that I think probably you should seek professional help to look at it. Usually after a year, something has changed about that grief. It feels a little bit different. It could still be very intense, but you can reflect back on the last 12 months and see some change in your response towards it a little bit. And if not, I think usually it means it was a really complicated loss, and it might be helpful to get really good professional support around working through that.